Disclaimer, I do not dislike CinemaSins, and that is not a lie. For my next Everything Wrong with CinemaSins video, I'm going to be seeing their video on Gnomeo and Juliet. Enjoy, everyone.
Seriously, this movie opens with a soundless Touchstone Pictures logo. Then, after the second logo features 8 straight seconds of black. This sucker is actively trying to make me think something's wrong with the Blu-ray.
Narration.
The story you are about to see has been told before. A lot.
Narration.
Says the guy who just narrated what we could see with the logos.
Unfortunately, before we begin, there is a rather long, boring prologue, which I will read to you now.
You mean longer and more boringer than already? Play on to be or not to be is clever, but it represents the high watermark for the humor in this movie, so I'm sinning the fact that it's all downhill from here.
Another instance of Jeremy sinning something he likes.
Wise and old hag.
You crumbly old codger.
If these two hate each other this much, wouldn't they just wait till the other left so they didn't have to see them? I mean, I look around a good 3 minutes when I venture out to get the mail, just to make sure I don't accidentally partake in human contact.
They could have, but the movie still needs a way to tell us who Miss Montague and Mr. Capulet are as characters.
Considering the contextual clues, I'm placing this in England, meaning Team Red is the one driving on the wrong side of the road, and I'm now firmly on Team Monteblue.
Well, yeah, it takes place in Stratford-upon-Avon, which is in England.
Also, crazy complicated color coordination clearly created to convey contentious character combat conveniently.
Man mentions material moviegoer's mark on movie making.
Little known fact, this snail abuse officially started the Snail Gnome Wars, eventually resulting in the
Next.
the Gnome Lick maneuver.
Yeah, so?
That tree was your father's pride and joy.
Wow, Miss Montague seriously has a toilet with a tree growing out of it right in her yard. Is this suburban England or rural Alabama?
First of all, pointing things out on the screen. Second of all, like I said before, this movie takes place in Stratford-upon-Avon, which is in the West Midlands region of England.
Also, much like a Cars movie, I'm forced to consider how these gnomes procreate. Do they have sex organs? We hear them clink against each other throughout the movie, so how would bumping uglies work without breaking off?
Well, like I've said before, certain things won't be discussed in animated family films, and unfortunately for you, sex is one of those things.
Which is definitely not delicate.
Delicate? I'll show him who's delicate.
Man, I delicate hope delicate. All this delicate repetition delicate doesn't delicate have any delicate impact delicate on my delicate writing delicate from this delicate point delicate on. Delicate.
Well, unfortunately not for you because of a later scene in the movie. When Juliet is about to drive the mower in the old Lawrence place later on in the movie, Gnomeo begins to tell her something before she does. She assumes that he is going to say that she's too delicate, but he doesn't, and instead tells her not to hold back when driving the mower.
Did they just say Tybalt go? Just so they could rhyme with Gnomeo? That's the lamest rhyming I've heard since the summer of '99 when LFO tried to rhyme Hornet with Sonnet.
Well, yeah, since Gnomeo and Tybalt don't rhyme by themselves.
Jeez, the first 7 minutes of this movie features several Elton John songs, and here I thought Kingsman 2 was the most egregious use of his music.
Oh, nice, Jer. You're explaining something to us that we can figure out just by watching the movie.
They've been racing in a straight line for quite a while now, so are they, like, in Wales at this point? Wait, is Wales connected to England? Damn, I don't know about the UK.
Firstly, they've been racing in an alleyway, so they're still in Stratford-upon-Avon. Secondly, yes, Wales is connected to the UK, which you could have easily found out with a simple Google Map search, and that's something you could have done for other things as well, such as Lombard Street.
Damn it, not every animated movie is required to have one of these slow-mo reaction shots, damn it!
Well, that's just your opinion, so I'll be giving this my award.
So far, we have objects coming alive from Toy Story, the daughter won't play her role from Brave, and now lightning's jump over the car finish from Cars. Only 8 minutes in, and I think I've already won my game of Pixar Bingo.
Personally, I think you should have given a different animated movie example for that daughter won't play her role thing you said, like The Little Mermaid. You know, because this movie came out a whole year before Brave did.
True. Let's go kick some grass.
Nope, not even having the animated mushroom shaking its head at this ridiculous pun excuses it from being in the script. First off, where the hell did these lasers come from? They definitely didn't dissuade Nanette from bouncing all over the yard a minute ago. Second off, why the hell do they need this much fucking security? I know they're in a feud with the Montagues, but there's like holes in the fucking fence that they could get through.
Well, the one you're showing here seems too small to fit a gnome, doesn't it?
This goes on for so long that I'm actively rooting for Tybalt to use his heaviest rock on this little asshole.
Wishing Tybalt smashed Benny. That's worth these many sins.
Sure, maybe the spring from the laundry line would get Gnomeo over the fence, but he's like 30 feet above the house. What kind of juiced up elastic is in these boxers?
No, Jeremy, I'm not explaining this to you again. You always question impossible things when you don't need to do that, since that can happen in animated media.
Ain't life a man a splendid thing?
Jeez, Elton John again? Is this Gnomeo and Juliet or the Lion King?
The former.
Luckily for the visibility of this scene, Juliet waited for a Bruce Almighty moon before she pulled her stunt.
And luckily for us, Jeremy decided to reference another unrelated movie.
This heart-shaped flower is also the color purple, which is red and blue together, because you should never settle for one layer of obvious symbolism when you can beat the audience over the head with two.
Pointing things out on the screen.
Who's your Gnomeo?
Who's your Gnomeo?
Whoa!
Who's your Gnomeo now?
I'm not kidding. Including the obligatory Shakespeare credit, there are 16 goddamn writers on this movie. And this dialogue is what we ended up with.
Well, like Fiction Fanboy once said, the mentions of the writers of a movie and how much money it made are not something wrong with it.
Is any of this movement possible within the laws of physics, you ask, movie? F*** you and physics. It's about f***ing gnomes, movie replies.
I wish I could quit you.
So, are you sighing because the movie said what you wanted to say? If so, sorry you lost your opportunity there, man.
Yeah, we get it. The banana is a play on apple, but it's a lazy one. Where's the bite out of it? Why is it yellow instead of lit up? Where's the planned obsolescence and the overpriced replacements?
Why are you questioning something unrelated to the plot? Why are you making a big deal out of something we don't care about? Why do you want explanations for something that doesn't need to be explained?
Is your movie too short to be considered feature length, but you've run out of animation money? Don't worry, just do a 3-minute unnecessary montage of gnome self-care, but without rendering any backgrounds for it. Sure, the style will feel like nothing else in the entire movie, and completely out of place, but at least it'll make the movie seem longer and cheaper.
First of all, sending this cool scene. Second of all, you just told us what we could see in the movie here.
It's a 1950s McAllister Ranger.
One of the most annoying parts of this movie is the fact that the gnomes have a tremendous amount of real-world knowledge with no explanation for how they could possibly obtain it.
I think the only explanation you need is that the gnomes know how things work because they have human characteristics since they come alive. And that can apply to other animated movies as well, such as Cars, Toy Story, Shrek, and Madagascar.
Why are they f***ing coughing? They're f***ing gnomes, damn it. They don't have f***ing lungs. God, this movie's stupid.
Well, like I said in the previous scene, they have human characteristics.
This mower's been sitting outside unattended for several years, but all it needs is a little petrol, to get it functioning perfectly.
Yeah, so?
Sometimes I get a little overexcited, but I know I can be a bit much.
Whoa, movie, are you seriously trying to Pixar me right now with a second-tier comic relief character we just met 5 minutes ago?
I guess so.
Wait, Featherstone. Hey!
Come back.
You know, for a short-ass kids movie, this sucker has a million subplots, and none of them go anywhere. Remember Juliet's dad setting her up with Paris? Remember the frog that wants to bone him? How about the conflict between Gnomeo and his mom? The lawnmower race? The wisteria murder?
Well, the lawnmower race was what led Gnomeo and Benny into the Red Garden, which later led to Gnomeo and Juliet meeting and falling in love. And the Reds killing the wisteria led to Gnomeo attempting to destroy their tulips, which he ended up arguing with Juliet about afterwards. In addition, the feud in their gardens would later make Gnomeo and Juliet think about staying in the old Lawrence place due to their love. And as for the subplot with Nanette and Paris, I won't argue against your claim about that since it doesn't really go anywhere in this movie.
The movie tries to give us an up-style relationship montage about a couple that's not even featured in the f***ing movie.
Well, how else would we know about what happened to Featherstone and his girlfriend?
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, so?
So, are they gonna do it right in front of the mushroom and the flamingo?
Yeah, they do plan on kissing in front of them.
Wow, they really did it. They went full tragedy and killed Gnomeo. Because they certainly wouldn't pull some convenient nonsense where the exact truck that hit him just happens to also be carrying ceramic blue teapots falling out of the back because somehow the back doors. Oh, god damn it.
So, since you're showing us that what was smashed was actually a teapot, why is this even a sin then?
Oh man, Juliet got in so much trouble their dad went and crangled her.
Narration.
One word, plastic.
Deus ex plastica.
This is not a Deus Ex Machina because the movie previously showed us Shroom and Featherstone leaving the alley to search for Gnomeo. So maybe you should look up examples of Chekhov's gun because a lot of things that you say are a Deus Ex Machina are really examples of that.
Juliet!
You're alive.
Yeah, which reminds me, why didn't anyone except the Shroom go out and at least gather what they thought were Gnomeo's remains, which would lead them to see that it was a teapot? That would have saved a lot of trouble in at least 20 minutes of my life.
I agree with your main point, but this part here is where I have an issue. Why? Because it adds on to my belief that you don't actually like watching movies.
Target locked.
Why does the lawnmower have such a killing boner for Juliet? I mean, there are a million other things to destroy in this garden.
Jimmy makes an inappropriate comment, cliche.
This feud
Is over.
Man, I haven't been this excited about a Maggie Smith-Michael Caine team-up since 1998's Curtain Call.
Okay, so how is that a problem with this movie?
I remember when Rock was young, Gnomeo and Juliet had so much fun.
Need to stretch the runtime of your cheap animated film? Nothing better than a pre-credits dance party set to Crocodile Rock. Well, except maybe the sweet release of the credits. Parting would be such sweet sweetness. Holy shit, dude. I know Featherstone's lonely, but a mail-order bride is not the solution.
But it works out for Featherstone here. And here's the end result, everybody. This in total was 381, and the sentence will be smash. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.